Hi everyone, this is BB, Lolita, Cigar Saint Sister, and you are at the first official YouTube channel, Cigar Saint Sister. Just when you thought all the road trips were going to be over on the second official YouTube channel, no, that is not the case. So what's up, TAHDAH Squad, and all other visitors and enthusiasts? Welcome to the channel. We're still continuing with Vlogoween, so I'm having such a great time here. We're mapping out some of the rest of the moments that we're going to be having, and it's just going to be great. Now, just to kind of recap of what's been happening lately, just kind of bring everyone kind of up to speed. It's going to be on the second official YouTube channel, Cigar Saint Sister Live. It's going to be more gaming. I got some really intense games. I got this game. It's called Voodoo. It's like you search for the different puzzles and have the beautiful storyline and the graphics and stuff like that. And then I also have this other game with the mermaids. It's called Crystals. And so that's really cool too because it's very dreamy, very haunting. And then, of course, I'm going to be playing Push Doll again because I really embarrassed myself over on the second official YouTube channel because, you know, I couldn't get the pieces moving, but I pretty much kind of got it now. But I do love the puzzles because it's not easy to figure out. And as a true gamer, you know, I don't want anything that's going to be like really easy to figure out, so I like that. Then of course I'm going to be having my cosplay on, and I'm going to be back into the blackjack room, the roulette room, and the poker room. So it's going to be ramping up the gaming and stuff over there, of course, with a beautiful cigar in tow, and then some pinches of snuff. And then we're going to break out the pipes, the pipe tobacco, so you want to make sure you check that out. And then right here, okay, yeah, also hold on, we're going to be doing some road trips too. Still some really cool road trips over on the second official YouTube channel. So it's going to be great. I've been having a great time, and just even through the filming and the paranormal vibes that have been happening, you know, it's been quite the, okay? Can't even say what the is. I'm going to say it's been quite the. When I did the mukbang just a few days ago, and it's already there for your viewing and your listening pleasure, I was alone eating my pancakes and having my La Croix sparkling water and my oatmeal with raisins, okay, right before I would light up the Gurkha Ghost Spook cigar. And then the lights flickered, and like not just like one time, not two times, but it did it like 4 times just to let me know that pay attention. And then it caught it on film, so you can't even beat that, right? So I promise you, everything is going to be authentic. And you know, I always tell people, you always have an intuitive vibe. Everyone is blessed with that. Some people might call it a little curse or whatever, but you know, everyone has that intuition to know when things are not right. That's just something inner. And whether you tap deeper or however deep or not deep that you tap, that's totally left up to you. Now, for some people, they don't want to tap into the intuitive vibes and have these vibes and feelings come, but it's destined for them to do that. For me, I always just say I am a intuitive muse, okay? And love and light, but through the love and light, you always have the dark escapades, but it's just how you rise to your occasions through that, okay? And that's comes with the knowing thyself, to thine own self be true. But that was a cute little moment right there with the flickering of the lights. And I'm telling you, I was so serious, like, yeah, you see my eyes got the dark going on, the highlights. But I was so serious, even though I picked the one up to kind of lighten the mood. But I was so serious when I was just like, come in, good vibes. You know, I'll blow you away. And when I put that wand down, you know, I didn't like just put it down delicately. I dropped it, okay? Because when I said I'm serious, and I was, you know, I was very serious because, you know, I couldn't really distinguish, and sometimes that happens. Like, I couldn't distinguish whether or not that was like maybe a good vibe from the angelic vibe saying, okay, we're here, or whatever. And after just kind of looking at everything, I just felt like it was a mischievous vibe, you know? So there's that. So that was one thing that was caught. And then also too, doing the April William Ellison haunt, paranormal, going to their family grave site, you know, heard some noises, and it was a lot of vibrations there. You can see those visuals over on the Second Official YouTube channel. Like, you can tell it. Even when I got back into the truck, like, you can just see it on my face. Like, you can see it. Like, all these emotions were coming at me. And not so much where I'm like, was scared. But when you have a lot of different emotions, it's really unexplainable. But when you have all these emotions coming at you, you know, they're swirling, and you're trying to get that handle on it. You know, kind of like if you were on a Ferris wheel or something like that and was going really fast, faster than normal, than you're normally used to, like the vibrations you're normally used to, and then you're just like, whoof, you know, you're trying to get a handle on it. So that was pretty cool. And then even before doing Vlogoween and Cigaraween, if you look back on this channel, when I did the mukbang where I was having pate, and that was around my great-grandmother's birthday, I was saying happy birthday to my great-grandmother, and all of a sudden this little light feather just zoomed by me. So, you know, these are just beautiful vibes that you get, and I'm glad that a lot of them are getting caught on camera, because you do have those believers. Of course, you have the skeptics, but you need everyone to make the world go around, and you need the skeptics because there's a lot of foolery out here too with things. But at any rate, when I even talk about, or I feel, if I say or just film about the vibes that I'm feeling or that you may see on here, you know, they're all authentic. I know a lot of people use some of the coolest paranormal equipment out there, and you know, you have some serious ghost hunters and serious uber serious paranormal hunters and stuff like that, and investigators, and that's all cool. You know, people have to use whatever works for them. You know, just like if you're being esoteric, you know, which is the most beautiful way and the most vivid way to feel spirits around you, or the supernatural or the unseen. You know, when you just use your own intuitive vibe, that's the purest. And I think that's the purest form that you can be reached to, especially if you're not trying to like really go searching for them or something like that. Now, as far as any paranormal equipment, pretty much I'm using just my walkie-talkie that doesn't have any channels, you know, because there are other walkie-talkies that have channels that you can switch from and stuff like that, but I don't use those. I try to go as pure as possible. As far as this particular walkie-talkie is very vintage and has the Morse code on it. So now I know if someone had this walkie-talkie with the Morse code, I guess you could sit there and call yourself trying to channel someone by putting in the words on the Morse code, but I usually just don't do that. And I'm not saying that I'm not, because on some of these next road trips I might put in one word here or there and just see, but for the most part the walkie-talkie has been doing its thing. Either it feels a vibration or not, and that's pretty much what I kind of go with. I just want to see if their vibration changes. I feel there's a slippery slope of this could be true or this could be a farce when you start getting a spirit just to be talking consistently on camera all the time. I just don't think, in my honest opinion, I think that's pure entertainment for the most part, and because I don't think like they're just channeling through like that, because there have been really serious case studies, just like I told you, the book I had on automatic writing with Ruth Montgomery. I had that book. Like the psychic Arthur Ford, who passed, she claimed he communicated back through her to write the book. And if you go back a little ways, I showed the book that I had in my library of books. And it was just so amazing that I was doing Vlogoween and then I just came up with that. Because I, as a historian and an intuitive muse, and, you know, someone who believes in the unknown and everything, whether I agree with it or not, I find it very interesting just to see what people are doing. But in my honest and sincere opinion, if you are going to several locations and every time you're catching a hit with someone like straight up on the spirit world, just yappa chappa chappa yappa yappa yipping yapping, like you could just hear them yipping yapping, I'm a doubting Thomasina on that, you know. Like I didn't have anything speak to me when I went to William Ellison But I felt the vibes, like when I was saying very proud vibes here. Like that's the internal mental thing going on. And a lot of times that's what happens, that channeling of the mental, not just straight up speaking, you know. But that's me. And I'm not saying that it doesn't, that you can never get it, because I've gotten the voice, but it still was mental, or only for me to hear. And like going back a little bit with Arthur Ford, she was just saying it took him a minute to come through to communicate with her, because once he transitioned to the spirit world, he had to understand the language of how to come back to the physical world here to communicate. And I've heard that a lot more than just you go to a haunted place and all of a sudden these spirits are just speaking like whatever. I more tend to believe that when they do come through, it's not like full-on sentences, or even with the one-word things like leave, go, help. You know, I feel like you get more of a communication, but it's mental. And then from there, you can translate it to those who are watching, you know. So you'll never catch me tripping like that. But I'm going to tell you, you know, just like when I went to the Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune home site, like my Windsor walkie-talkie with the Morse code, it picked up conversations from real live people through their CBs. And I was perfectly fine with that. I was pretty shocked, but I was perfectly fine with that, because I was just like, okay, well, that's real live people who have not crossed over. They didn't cross over. And you can hear them. But if something does come through that walkie-talkie with these other haunts and they're like, go, stay, whatever, you can best believe that I'm going to be asking some pointed things that I probably would never share on camera. Because when you're intuitive, there are just some things of your gifts that you should never show publicly, because that's just for you. And the things that I do show will be enough just for subject material, historic material, and for others who might be trying to find their way through. But whatever your really golden gifts are that's from above, I do feel you need to covet those as much as possible. And that is only for you to covet, not to express to anyone else. But it's very interesting just to see what's happening here. And I do feel with the paranormal becoming very trendy and stuff like that, you will see a lot of things. And so it's going to be up to you to say, do I really believe it or not on this thing or not? All right, so here we go with the cutest sound effects. And let's hear one that I've been using lately on the different edited videos. Here's one. It's like a woman screaming. I'm gonna turn that up and let's get it again. Here we go. I thought this one was pretty cool. So we're gonna hear that one again. I thought that was pretty good. I like the ones that are not like over the top. And this one really tripped me out, that I thought was pretty cool to use, like when I'm doing the different story times and stuff like that, and you're in the cutting room, like I said, you're in the editing media room when you're doing not live stream, but your other videos that are not live stream. And I thought this one was pretty good too. This is pretty good voice. I see you is what that one is saying. And I thought that was pretty dope. I like his voice. It's just like, I see you. Okay, so let's hear that again. I'm going to turn it up a little bit. Okay, here we go. I see you. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So you have those kind of different voices, and I do voice work as a voice artist. So you love those kind of things because you're family, and you know how much people put into doing their voice work and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. Now what I have on my eyes here, this is a very old vintage black, like it is like tar black. So you have to be very careful how you put it on your eyes and everything like that. But it's very beautiful. So you can smudge it if you want to do theater work or cosplay or anything like that. And it's just really, really great. So just wanted to talk about, how Vlogoween is going, and it's going really, really good. Just like others have been saying, different things have been happening with people, like the editing, or they did the video but then there's no sound there. Just different strange things have been happening, and I could say that there were a few things that were kind of wild that has been happening with me as well. And being, like I said, an intuitive spirit, you just go with the flow because you got different things surrounding you and stuff like that. So there's that. But at any rate, gonna put on some great music here as we ride along, because the next upcoming live, up close and personal, behind the scenes with me, BB LOLÍTA, is going to be kind of riding through different communities and see how well people are putting up their Halloween stuff. So we're going to continue the vibe here, and then there will be more storytelling with the cigars coming, and more cosplay with the heavier cosplay makeup and stuff like that, because we're counting down to Halloween right here on Vlogoween, Cigaraween. So it's gonna be really, really cool. So stay tuned for some more great things, and make sure you go on the second official YouTube channel, because I will be having the second part of the Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune showcase, where we go inside the replica of her family home, which sits right on the spot that the original home was on. And I do take the walkie-talkie for the vibrations, and I take you through the entire tour of the house of the legendary and iconic Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune. So you don't want to miss that. It's not uploaded yet. By the time this one uploads on this channel, it's not going to be uploaded yet. But we got some other cool things too, because I visited a church, Zion Baptist Church, and that is going to be uploaded. So that will be uploaded. Then we got a ride through where we visited a school and a neighborhood, and we found this one house that was totally dope for Halloween. They had the skeletons all around, the graveyards, little fake graveyards in the yard, the dogs with the skeleton, the parrots, and the jack-o'-lanterns, and they had the big skulls. And I got out the vehicle, yes I did, and I went and I filmed a little bit more up close, and you could hear their dog barking in the inside. So I love it when the dogs protect the house. It was like, okay, there's somebody out there, okay. But that was real cool. So you can see those live moments over on the second official YouTube channel. But right here, we're going to do some more behind the scenes and talk about how Vlogoween has been going. So if that's you and you want to grab your cigar, if you don't want to grab your cigar, I mean, however you want to do it, then just come on and ride with me, because we're going to have a good time. Now, whoo! That's the end of that. And I'm thinking I'm not going to put on any music, but you're coming back to the second part of the behind the scenes, and we'll put on some music. So thank you so much for liking in to Cigaroween and Vlogoween right here on the first official YouTube channel, CIGARASTCISTARLIVE. And I can't wait to get to do some cigars and some more stuff. And thank you so much to all the TAHDAH squad and all visitors and subscribers. So here we go for more behind the scenes. So stay